I hope you all are having an amazing day. It's what you all deserve. I wanted to make a video explaining why I quit riding BMX. And it all goes back to October 20th of 2017. This is the day of my traumatic brain injury. And for you to better understand, I have to tell you about this story. It's quite amazing in ways, otherwise it's terrifying. Most of you know, I was doing a BMX school show. I messed up on a trick. We're not really sure exactly how I messed up or how this injury happened, or how I felt. It's a fluke accident. Ended up in a terrible concussion, a seizure, started shaking on the ground. I think I stopped breathing for a little bit, but then they got me to come back to life basically and put me in an ambulance, took me to a hospital where I was there for 2 days. And then they released me. And this is where things start to get a little bit weird. But as days progressed on, I started getting worse and worse. I had the mentality, or the mental state, if you will, of a 10-year-old. Also, almost like a caveman. I only did things that, okay, sleep, food, this, that, and didn't think of anybody else in my life, didn't think of this is all strict, just instinctual behaviors. There's nothing, I wasn't who I was. As days went, I got worse and worse. And it really is that hard to talk about. I didn't have any correlation to people or reaction or anything. I had no concept of the real world, and all I knew is I needed to eat to survive. But then because of those actions, like I was somebody else. You couldn't talk to me. I wasn't David anymore. I wouldn't respond to you sometimes. I couldn't chime in with conversations. I was a stranger, and took a toll on our relationship with me and my girlfriend, because we've been together for 3 years, and like, you fall in love with each other and you know who you are, you know who the other person is. But then all of a sudden you wake up the next day with some random person, and that was really hard for her, for sure. My girlfriend would try to get me out of bed and take me down to the pool or the hot tub at our apartment. But once we get out the door of our apartment and start walking down the hallway, within a couple of steps I'd be too tired. I'd get halfway down the hallway and then be physically exhausted and not have the energy to go any further. And so we just have to go back. I remember one time watching the movie of Spider-Man, and the movie ended and stuff, and movies, they tend to get emotions stir up inside you and stuff. Well, because of my injury, I can't control my emotions, and I just broke down in tears. I couldn't remember who it was. I didn't know what had happened. I thought I went to work one day and then woke up and then just started watching Spider-Man. The whole 2 weeks of my life were gone. Like, I had no clue that I was even in an injury or an accident. There's nothing in my head that even remembered doing that. So it's just in this really weird state. Broke my cheekbone about here. This whole section of face is what I damaged, along with my brain. And yeah, there was times after the accident where I could recall the injury. I told my mom on the phone, like, oh, I fell doing this trick, this is what happened and stuff. But as days went on, like, those memories went out the window. They weren't there anymore. I couldn't create any short-term memories. My brain wasn't processing or retaining any information. I do kind of remember like having to kind of learn how to walk. Like, I'd look down at the ground all the time to like make sure my feet are going one after another in the right path and stuff. My girlfriend noticed that, and I was like, I think I'm trying to keep myself balanced. Like, life was hard for a bit. Like, I remember going to the ATM, and I didn't understand like how it worked. I got through it, but it's just regular tasks, it didn't register in my brain like that. I remembered how to do it. All my old habits were gone. There was Well, some older habits came back. I started eating candy, where I stopped eating candy for about a year and a half before my injury. And I used to eat candy to make me happy, and so because I was in the state, I kept doing that to make myself happy. That was my way of fixing it, was eating gummy bears. Not the best rehab there. Luckily, I snapped back, and I'm back to close to myself, and I feel like me, but there's a few little things that have changed, and hopefully for the better. There is a really bad time that I remember subtly of I forgot who I was. I forgot who my girlfriend was. The world around me didn't make any sense. The Truman Show is the only way I can describe this to you guys. We were driving to hospital visits back and forth to get me checked out, to have x-rays, to find out what's going on with me. And as we go back and forth, I swear in my head I thought we were just going around in a circle and going back this way. We live in a valley. I'm in Los Angeles, and so all I see is mountains around me, so I don't see any outside world. I only see this one road back and forth to the hospital. I seriously thought that I was in the Truman Show. There was nothing else around me but this area. And this played in my mind so much that I thought my girlfriend was an actress. I didn't think she was who she was saying she was. I lost all sense of reality. Everything just... I only remember very clips and fragments. Like if you have a dream at night, you only remember subtle things. So anything that was traumatic or really a big moment, it retained my information, but my memories. But I don't remember 3 weeks from the accident. Luckily at this time we started giving me acupuncture, which I said before, it basically got my brain to start thinking again and working and processing, which was amazing. I play video games. My friends would watch me play video games, and usually I'm very, very good. I'm top tier player, and then I wouldn't do any action in the video game. I play shooters, so there's no kills on the board, there's nothing going on. Like, I was trying to do my life, but I wasn't there. Like, there wasn't... So my friends started noticing. They're like, something's really wrong. And so, this is the amazing part. So, my boss, who I was doing the shows for, BMX Freestyle team, Robert Castillo, thank you so much for everything. He came to me with an envelope. I opened this envelope, and it was a bunch of get well soon cards made by all these kids in an elementary school. You got a package in the mail. Just kind of took a knife to it a little bit and open it up here.
What is it from?
This one, I think it's from
Oak
Robert
Creek.
Castillo.
Well, it's sent to me, but it's addressed to... Oh, it's actually care of Dave Mahoney. Oh, me. Care of me.
Okay.
To Dave Mahoney.
Oak Creek. There's a lot of stuff in here. Wow.
What do you got there, man? I haven't opened it, so this is... No way.
I don't know if I can do this, man.
That is so rad, dude.
Guys are just amazing.
That's awesome, man.
I've only spent, our shows are 20 minutes. 20 minutes with them. I had this terrible accident, and they all wanted me to get better. True, these amazing pictures, just the talent, the creativity out of these kids. Like, I hope I changed their life for the better, but I know this was a terrifying thing to see. Okay, back to where we were. I opened all these cards and see all these get well soon cards. I realized all of a sudden what happened. All my memories started flooding back, and it was terrifying. the whole day came back, the morning, all the way up to the accident. I was like, I'm gonna remember me just dying. Like, it's, you don't ever want to dream about this stuff. You don't want to ever think about it. I do time to time. Anyways, the memories came back, they flooded in, and they stopped up until about 5 seconds before my accident. So then I remembered who I was. I remembered what happened, and this amazing transition happened. And some doctors, I've been a psychologist, they don't understand how they wish they would have been able to witness what went on. Like, it's just this amazing thing. Anyways, a lot of you told me to stay safe, to take it easy. It's not how I live my life. Never has been. So I get back on the bike. I threw caution to the wind, did everything. My original goal from my accident was to get back into BMX, to be like, okay, this injury didn't stop me. I'm back to where I was. Everything's good. And then release myself from the BMX industry. I get back on the bicycle, went to Woodward Camp, did a backflip. All right, so I'm at Woodward Camp with Jared.
Hi.
And I've been wanting to do a backflip since my injury. So we're at the foam pit, and the first one's gonna be a backflip. Yeah, I got it?
You got it. I'm gonna cheer you on.
All right, he's gonna film it too. Everything, all my tricks, well, minus the first time I got my bike.
How do you feel?
Feels weird.
Yeah.
Not normal.
Like what?
I don't know, I feel like I've been relearning how to ride a bike again.
Really?
I don't know. I'm not trying too much, I'm just kind of cruising around. That stuff feels okay, but it feels weird. It felt like I've never touched a bicycle before, but eventually as time went on, my tricks started coming back. My mental started coming back. I could do anything I wanted. I posted a video on Instagram of a line doing a trick on a BMX bike where I would have a hard time struggling with that combination of tricks before my incident, and now I'm able to do it afterwards. So there it is, and I was like, okay.
Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies, this is me.
That's it, like, you got to where you wanted to be, and now it's time to move on. There's been a lot of information recently about injuries in the BMX world, which we haven't seen. We always choose to avoid it. And we know the transition from going from a professional BMX rider, an adrenaline junkie, if you will, to a normal life of not having this, adrenaline, this excitement going on in your life of these live or die situations. I have something that fulfills the excitement that I used to have with BMX. It's video games, especially the game I'm playing now, which is Rainbow Six Siege. There's so many just amazing moments that can happen in this game that remind me of riding a bike, if you will, but remind me of what I like in my life.
Oh my! That is...
The future is an unwritten book of blank pages, so we can never tell what's going to happen. My friend Dan Nielsen is coming into town from Colorado. He'll be here before this video comes up. And I'll get back on the BMX bike, I'll be riding for that day. I don't know if I'll ride again, we'll see. The reason why I refuse to ride a bike is I'm terrified. I don't remember the accident, I don't remember anything in my head, but it's a traumatic, it's a post-traumatic stress disorder is what they call it, PTSD. A lot of guys from the military have it. Something in my brain realizes what happened, it knows, it is scared of falling, it doesn't, even if I fall and get right back up, if nothing happens, it just terrifies me. I'm able to get through these fears. I've always been able to outweigh fears. I know why they're there. I know why fears are a part of our life, and they actually help us build. If you're not afraid, you're not growing. What I'm worried of is me putting everything caution to the wind, not worrying about it, and getting back on the bike and just doing tricks. I've always been about BMX tricks. I've always wanted to do more, to do this. This is why my style of riding is the way it is. I'm not a flow around guy who basically just gets speed, does some airs, no tricks, just has a beautiful style is what BMX call it, and makes stuff look good. I get bored. I have to do tricks. This is why my technical riding came up. This is why. So if I get back into BMX, I know the snowball effect of me just progressing, getting better and better and back to where I was. I know I can do it, and that's what I'm afraid of. That's why I quit. Yeah, I'll be back on every once in a while, but it won't be what it used to be. I need to stay away from it. I can't. For the safety of my life, which I never thought that I wanted to go on with my life. I don't mean to sound negative on that one, but I never wanted to live till I got older. I never, no. This is why the tricks I've done have come out the way that I didn't care if I lived or died. It's just, no. I guess there's a part of me that does want to live longer. I don't know what that is. I haven't discovered it yet. Since my injury, I've become a vegetarian. Before my injury, I stopped eating sugar, stopped drinking soda, only drink water, only eat vegetables. So now I'm going to live for a very long time, which is something I never wanted. We'll see where that takes me. There's been a lot of good things recently. I've been depressed, yes, absolutely. But I've been drawing a lot lately. I never thought I'd be happy to do that again. There's a lot of talents that I have. I know there's a lot of talents that other people have, and if you focus on one of them, it's gonna grow a lot. If you focus on multiple tasks, some are gonna not be as good, some are gonna go up really high. So my other skills, my other habits are skyrocketing. My drawing skills have gotten better, and I'm pushing myself of things I never thought I could draw. My gaming has gone through the roof. I've never been so reactive and so good at video games.
Oh my god!
It's amazing, but now I've taken the stress on that and put it to my writing style. Like, I have to take breaks from gaming now because I put too much effort into it. I work too hard at it. It's a 70 hours a week sometimes. I don't know if that might be too high. Is it? Definitely 40 hours a week of gaming for sure. And I'm so thankful my girlfriend has put up with me through all this stuff. We will move forward. Life goes on. It has to, whether you want it to or not. A fork in the road, which I've came across many times and turned away and looked the other direction. We'll see what I decide to do from here on out. I really wanted to get into the gaming industry. I love video games. I've played video games my entire life. You know of me all as a BMX professional rider. Done that for 16 years. Currently 31. I think I first touched a video game when I was 6 years old, and I've played video games for 24 years. It's a much bigger jump from the BMX. It's a life that you guys don't know about, and I'll put a link in the description if you want to go check out my YouTube channel, my gaming site. So if it's something you're interested in too, and you want to just follow me along, that's there. I will try to put more time into this site as well, this YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for... I hit like 94 subscribers. Like, it's such a little number, but it's amazing in my heart. I don't know, it's not a little number. It's big. In my eyes, it's big. I keep seeing it grow. I've been posting a bunch to my YouTube video game channel, and all I see is subscribers joining my BMX channel, which I neglected and left for so long. I have some ideas that I'd like to do in the future for this channel, so I hope you stay with me on this journey. Yeah, and on that note, let's just end on a good note here. Thank you guys so much for everything. All the support. You guys care about me more than I care about myself. I will work on that. I will take my life into consideration a bit more. I love my girlfriend with all my heart. Dear. Yeah, we're gonna get through this. It's been terrible. Worst thing that's ever happened in my entire life. I don't want it to happen in anybody's life. But I will come back from this. I will get better. I haven't had this spark, this will to live, this motivation since 3 weeks after my injury, where all I could do is fight for my life to get back. So thank you guys. I'm here. I wish you all the best. I do. And don't even say, I already know all the good thoughts you have towards me. I thank you. So, until next time, this is Dave Mahoney. See you guys soon.